My name is Virginia. I am 22 years old and live with my mother in a small house. My father died when I was only 12. Since then, my mother raised me alone. When I was younger, I never understood her pain. I used to make fun of her for everything: her clothes, her way of speaking, her silence, her tears. I thought she was old, boring, and weak. I wanted a mother who looked smart, like other girls' mothers. But I never realized how much she had gone through just to give me a better life. Every morning she woke up before sunrise. She worked as a cleaner in a school. She came home tired, her hands rough, her feet swollen. But she always smiled when she saw me. She never complained. I never thanked her. Instead, I often shouted at her. One day, I came home from college angry. Some girls had made fun of me because of my simple clothes. They said I looked poor. I cried the whole way home. When I reached home, my mother was cooking rice. She looked up at me and smiled. She said, "Virginia, come eat. You must be tired and hungry." I looked at her and shouted, "Why do you always make the same food? Why can't we ever eat something nice? Why can't you be like other mothers who wear good clothes and cook tasty food? You embarrass me." Her smile was gone. She said nothing. She just turned back to the stove. I saw her shoulders shaking, but I ignored them. I went to my room and shut the door. That night, I heard my mother crying in the next room. She tried to hide her voice, but I could still hear it. I turned my pillow over my ears and told myself she deserved it. I thought she was just being dramatic. The next morning, she still cooked breakfast for me. She acted normal, as if nothing had happened. That made me even more irritated. I didn't say sorry. I didn't even look at her. Days passed. I continued to treat her the same way. I never noticed her growing weaker day by day. I never noticed her hands shaking when she cooked, or her voice breaking when she spoke. Then, one day, everything changed. It was a cold winter morning. I woke up late and shouted at my mother again because my uniform wasn't ironed. She said nothing. She was sitting on the chair holding her head. I said loudly, "Mother, are you even listening to me?" She didn't answer. I went closer and saw her eyes half closed. My heart stopped. I shouted, "Mother, Mother!" But she didn't move. I called the neighbors and they took her to the hospital. I stood there crying. My hands were shaking as the doctor came out of the room. He said she had collapsed due to weakness and stress. She hadn't been eating properly for days. He said she'd been working too much. My heart broke. I could not breathe. My mother was sick because of me, because of my words, my anger, my selfishness. When I saw her lying on the hospital bed with tubes in her arms, I couldn't stop crying. Her face looked pale, her lips dry. Yet when she saw me crying, she tried to smile. She said, "Don't cry, Virginia, I'm fine." Her words made me very sad. Even lying there, she was trying to comfort me. I sat beside her, held her hand, and cried like a child. I said, "Mother, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything I said to you. I didn't mean it. I was stupid." She slowly raised her hand and touched my face. She said, "I know, my child. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. Your mother will always love you." That day, I realized what real love was. I realized how blind I had been. I had spent years making fun of the only person who truly loved me. After she came home from the hospital, I changed completely. I started helping her with everything. I cooked with her, cleaned with her, and spent time listening to her stories. I even started working part-time to help her with money. One evening, we were sitting together drinking tea. She looked at me and smiled. She said, "You've grown up now, my love." Tears filled my eyes. I said, "I should have grown up earlier." She replied, "It's never too late to change." Since that day, I never disrespected her again. I never raised my voice at her. Every time I looked at her, I saw the sacrifices she made for me, the sleepless nights, the empty stomach, the broken dreams. Now, when I see her hands, I don't see roughness, I see strength. When I hear her voice, I don't hear old words, I hear love. When I see her smile, I see the reason I'm alive today. Sometimes I sit alone and remember all the times I made her cry. I wish I could tell her how much she means to me. But I can't change the past. I can only love her better now. Now, every time she wakes me up in the morning, I hug her first. I tell her, "Good morning, Mother, I love you." She laughs every time, saying, "What happened to my angry daughter?" And I tell her, she's gone. She realized her mother is her biggest blessing. My mother is not perfect. She never had a fancy job, never wore expensive clothes, never spoke English, but she gave me everything she could: love, care, and strength. I used to think she was weak. Now I know she's the strongest person I'll ever meet. If you still have your mother, please love her. Don't make the mistake I made. Don't wait until you see her lying in a hospital bed to understand her worth. Tell her today that you love her. Hug her while you can, because one day you might wish for that hug and find only silence. My mother is my pride. She is my whole world, and I will always love her. If you liked the story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.